Oh man. I've not done a live for the last, not a proper one, but I'm out my back garden. Mark's just made a curry. I had some dinners at Lisa's today. It's like he's made a big pot of curry. You want to see the size of it? It's fucking huge. I've not been able to do my live the last day and a half properly. Like I said, I had Tom yesterday, so fuck the live. Mark's made a massive pot of curry in there. So yeah, this is my little reward. Well, it's not much of a fucking reward, but so how's your Sunday going? Oh, I was in a good mood and all I was, honestly, for ages. Fuck's sake. Anyway, good evening. I'm live and I have no wingman with me. He pulled my earphones apart last night. He didn't snap them. The bowsy. You know, but fuck it, they're only earphones. But I'll tell you what, that bed up there is so comfortable, man. You know, as soon as his head touched the pillow, man, he went back out. Once he had his milk, that was it. I'm telling you now, man, the sky's nice and blue. It is. You know. So I think on tonight's agenda, I'm gonna watch a movie. Yeah, I'm probably gonna watch a movie with Mark. See what's on. I don't know. He watched the Fantastic Four last night, the new one. You know. Uh, he said it's very good. So I'm a bit curious. Uh, but Mark's in there making a curry. You know. Shout out to Lisa for the dinner today, man. It was fucking lovely. I don't normally have two pies, you know, but I fucking slaughtered them. I did. you know. Can you hear the birds? Perfect time of year. It's a blackbird and a robin. That's a blackbird. That's a robin. Do you know the difference? And that's probably a stolen car. The Bowsies, the big lawbreakers. What? Shout out to all the lawbreakers out there, huh? Or I'm in trouble. Well, bro, I'm just enjoying the sun. You know, I've only come in the garden about 15 minutes ago, so yeah. I've been indoors most of the day. I've been watching this thing, I just forget the name of it. I watched 5 episodes, man, about the CIA. I love watching shit like that, honestly. About espionage and terrorism and significant threats to our planet and shit. Nah, I'm thanking God for today and for last night too. You know, I didn't smoke last night because I had my son with me and I didn't want him stinking of it. So I said, you know what? When he's here, uh-uh, no one smokes in the house anyway. But yeah, I'm proud of myself, man. Well, bro, that blue sky will be gone in about an hour. You'll start seeing bats flying everywhere. From tree to tree to tree to tree. As far as the eye can fucking see. I've never been. I've always wanted to go to Loch Ness and see a monster. But the bastard, he keeps staying hidden. That's the thing about monsters, man. They don't like competition, and that's why they stay hidden. You know, shout out to all the monsters out there and all the monster hunters. I salute you. You know, it's rare I'm this calm. You know, but it's a good feeling, man. So I said I'm gonna chill in the garden. I'm just gonna come in the garden, do a live for an hour, and then go have some food and probably watch a movie. Yeah. How are you, cousin? What's the story, Trevor? Oh, I had me little fella overnight last night at me ma's. Uh, He's never stayed there overnight, but you know what? He wasn't a bother last night. You know. He's 1.5. He fits into 4-year-old clothes. He's going to be a world champion, and only God knows. I see it. God gave me a gift, he did. I see things before they happen. Well, you could blame that on complex PTSD, depending who you ask. But yeah, I see my son being a champion one day, regardless whether he ever throws a dig like an egg. So, while I'm here, I'll do whatever I need to do. You know, so my son's not unhappy. You know, Trevor, you know the home I grew up in. I can't have that for my son. Bro, you know, obviously I've got a couple of issues, right? Any fucking idiot could tell you that. But bro, listen, last night I achieved something that a lot of people think is an easy feat. I take antipsychotics and antidepressants, okay? And last night I was thinking, now Mark and Alex were here. Do you understand? I had help, right? So I brought him for a walk. We went around the Etihad. We went down to the park. We doubled back. I took him in, had something to eat, changed his nappy, give him a bottle. We went back out for a walk. I took him back about 7:30. By 8:30, he was asleep in the pram. And I didn't want to disturb him. And I could hear me man in my head saying, Jude, you've got this. You know, you've got this. I'm here. You know, thanks for bringing me grandson home. You know, I could hear her talking to me last night saying, Jude, make sure he's asleep before you take your medication. Make sure you have his bottle warmer there and his bottle's ready to go in case he wakes up at 12, 1, 2 or 3 in the morning. So last night, I didn't take two of my antipsychotics. Yeah, so I made sure if my son moved an inch, I opened my eyes. And that's what happened. You know, he moved 3 o'clock in the morning. I put the light on, put his little bottle warmer on, stuck his bottle in it, heated it up for about 4 minutes. Like, let it cool down a little bit and then give it to him. Because, bro, hey, Andrew, he likes it warm. You know, I wouldn't give it to him cold. You understand? He likes his milk warm. So that's what I did. Mark's getting a fucking 100-inch TV when he gets off his holiday. I'm talking to Trevor, Mark.
Yeah, 40 fucking.
He's getting like 100-inch TV. You know, can you imagine playing fucking FIFA on that? Wouldn't it be great? Bro, much is 100-inch TV anyway?
About $2 grand or something.
Fucking hell, bro. You know, it'd be like the fucking showcase cinema here, bro. You know, a proper lad's pad. You know. Oh, Thomas will love it. The kids will love it. You know what I mean? I tell you what, I'll make a video and that's going on the wall. A fucking 100-inch TV. Okay.
Fucking hate Sundays, man.
You should go to Mass.
I fucking hate Sundays. I really do.
Mark, you know Trevor goes to Mass every Sunday.
What?
He goes to Mass every Sunday.
Fair play to him. Fair play to him.
I think he needs Jesus in his life. Yeah. He's a believer, but he's not a believer like me. You know. And if you're a non-believer, here, fuck off. You know, you have to believe in God, especially when you see dead people in your bedroom and shit. Yeah. Come to frighten you. Yeah. Mr. Crow, I'm talking to me fucking family. Piss off. Fuck off back to Valhalla. I'll see you up there soon. Go on, Don. Be on your way before I hit you with a rock. I know it's ridiculous. But Andrew, look, I'll be honest with you, right? I have loads of friends who grew up with a TV in each room. I won't lie, bro. When I was a kid, we didn't have a TV in each room. We had a fucking TV in one room, right? The fucking sitting room. You know the amount, bro, listen, I'll tell you, this is facts, right? Because of technology, right? If you're to work this out, right? Now, this is, check this out, right? Alhamdulillah, brother is back in the chat. Hello, Mr. Oasis. Mr. Oasis, salam alaikum, brother. Are you okay, brother? Thank you for coming in. We are talking about big 100-inch TVs, but obviously you don't need to worry about that. You're fucking art prince. Yeah. You can buy me one if you want, though. Alhamdulillah, I'll accept your big 100-inch. I was about to say a big 100-inch TV, yeah. Like, when I was a kid, there was one TV, you know what I mean, in the sitting room. Like, our kids, the amount of screen time that they use nowadays. For instance, I'm talking about gamers. You get some kids, and once they get in from school, they don't go playing football, they don't play rugby, they don't play golf. You know, you never see any of them out washing the windows or hanging their ma's wash, you know. They're on their Xbox. The amount of screen time hours that our kids waste. You know, you think about all the screen hours our kids waste every week when they could be learning gymnastics, athletics, you know, getting involved in sport, you know, like doing something, not looking at a fucking screen all the time, you know. And because of that, screen time is stolen our kids' childhood, because I'd say a good 85% of kids are fucking gamers. Now, I could be wrong. I don't play games. Real world, big, no joke thing. Yeah, I don't play video games. I'm not a fucking nerd or a fucking geek. I come from Cherry Orchard Street. You know, we don't play fucking Call of Duty up there. We live by it. Just because you fuck off for 30 years doesn't mean you forget how to snap someone's neck. Allegedly. Just like riding a bike, and you don't forget. You don't forget when you go to Dunleary and you catch the beast caster out on the pier and you reel it in, your feathers has a fucking mackerel on each one. Shout out to Kenna Campion who took me sea fishing years ago. I've never seen anything like it, Trevor. You know Dunleary, you know the very end of the pier. I used to fish there as a kid with a lad from where I used to live, and he borrowed me a beach caster one day. I went out with him, we got the bus into town, and then we got the dart from, I think, either Pearse Street or Connolly Street Station out to Dunleary. Then we got off the train And we walked all the way down that long fucking pier, bro, to the very end of it, yeah? And if you look out and look down, bro, you don't want to fall in, right? So beach casters, fuck off, fly them out. And you know them big holes there in the ground? You stick your rod into it and you just watch it like that. Look, boom, 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 reel it in. And you have, why does my messages keep freezing? 6 mackerel on each feather. Madness, I never seen anything like it. You know, but I was never into seamen or fucking sea fishing, sorry. Out to the sailors and the seamen. But I didn't like it. I like fishing in rivers. You know, I think it's more exciting. You know, and you can't see in the water when the water's green or a browny murky colour. Like this top here. You know, that kind of colour. But I'm gonna try. Come here, I'm having a fucking conversation here. Do you mind? Yeah, go on, fly away, you little crow bitch. Sorry about the interruption. What was I saying? I forget what I was saying. Fishing, rivers, green, water. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I like fishing in rivers rather than canals. Maybe not this week, but next week I'll probably get myself a nice rod. Yeah, I'll probably get myself a rod, another one. I'd say about 10 foot. I'm not getting a pole rod. I'm fucking sick of them. I'm just gonna get a telescopic one with a few ready-made rigs. You know what I mean? And go down and catch a few trout. I'm gonna catch a trout for Jerry, and say, now Jerry, fuck you. Look at the size of that baby. You know, but it's like if I ever go live in the morning and Jerry comes in, I'm definitely not gonna catch anything. But it is what it is. I like a challenge. I like to think that I can catch anything. And then when you do, you say, I fucking knew it anyway. I told you, didn't I? But you didn't believe me. The other day I went fishing, I didn't even get a bite. Not even a nibble. Like, I don't mind going home if you don't catch a fish, but I didn't even get a bite. You know, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? You know, what am I doing wrong? You know, do you always bite? And then I was looking at the water and I was thinking, you know, it's rained a lot over the last 48 hours. Not here, a few days ago. And the canal was elevated. It's up. It's fucking here. But you can see through it. And that's from getting battered with rain. Because it scatters all the leaves and all the debris on the bottom of the fucking ground. And it all goes a milky colour. And then levels fucking out. And you can see in it. You know, I put Thomas, I'm not joking, you're right. I put me lad in that this morning, yeah? And I was pushing them around, right? And I was like, Houston, I have your escape module. You are not getting it back. I landed in my garden and I'm keeping it for my son. I made a few alterations because of my dedications. I spun him around in that like a fucking spinning top and he was just laughing. You know, he'd some buzz in that. He didn't even go down that. He didn't want to. But I had him in that, spinning him, and he was just laughing. You know? So that one went well. So that's good. You know, I'll go see him on Wednesday, and then I'll try have him from Friday. to Sunday if I can manage him. And it gives his mum a break as well. It's like, it's not easy looking after a baby at my age, you know, but the challenge is, you know, is my son. I have no other choice, you know, but he'll always have people around him in this house. Do you understand? There's three of us in this house, so, you know, he kept going to Mark, Alex all day, going from one to the other. I was like, yeah, do I not matter here? Where's my hug? You know, but he'd not seen them for a minute, so he was a bit weary, but after a while he just settled. Yeah. And he was walking around the gaff with his chest sticking out like he owned the gaff. I was like, that's my son. Yeah, look at, you know, I mean, this is where your nan used to live, you know. And your granddad. You know, he's too young to understand now, but he will in time. That's what I've learned about life. Time. It can heal certain things. It's just very hard to forget. I think the forgetting is the harder part than the forgiving. Do you understand? Therefore, I can easily forgive you, but it's very hard to forget. That's a good quote. Yeah, not W.B. Yeats. Jude MacDonald. All the birds are fucked off. My brother's made a curry in there and I can smell it from here. How are you, Jerry? You big bowsy. Yeah, Operation fucking babysit went fucking perfect, Jerry. You know, no problems. 100% success rate. You know, he boxed me into the face at 8 o'clock this morning. So that's like, wake up. So, got up, made him a bottle, changed him. Maybe not all in that order. But, yeah, like, I could lie like a motherfucker and say, here, I can't handle him, he's too fucking. But he wasn't no bother, bro, because I have people here too, you know. And there's always people in and out. It's like, you know what I mean, there's a lot of people love him here. But yeah, he was just fucking sitting in the grass. I don't think so. I don't I don't think so, Jerry. But I could be wrong, but if it's the same geezer we're thinking about, definitely not. As far as I don't think so. I've not heard anything. I don't know. I don't think so. Manchester's not very big, Jerry, as you know. But I tell you what, bro, I'm coping with. I reckon it is. Probably. I'll tell you what, Jerry, you know something, all jokes aside. I think AI is developing too quick, you know. Like, just imagine, right? Okay, I'll tell you, this is what I see happening. The world is gonna put its cock into AI. And I'm not being vulgar or rude here. Look at AI as a big fat knob. And in 20 years, maybe 30 years, it's gonna fuck the planet. AI is like a big dick, you know. And bro, what if Jerry? Yeah, what if something could hack an AI system, and what if in 20 years AI is controlling everything, bro? What'd happen if? Okay, you look at all the hackers that are out there today. Do you not think that they couldn't hack into certain shit? You know what I mean? Bro, listen, AI is one of the best fucking discoveries of the 20th century. You know, it's up there with penicillin, bro. Do you understand? It's like, but, Jerry, I know fuck all about AI, bro. I know nothing. You know, but, hey, Mark,
What?
I was just saying there about AI, right?
Yeah.
Now, you know the way AI is growing faster and faster, and surgeons are using it, every profession are using it.
Yeah.
You even said to me, bro, I could build you a building. I could create, I could do what an architect does and make you a building
Out of AI.
out of AI,
Yeah,
right?
build it for free.
Without ever putting a brick together. You can put a fucking home together. But what if there was a breach in that, bro, in 20 years? Like an eagle eye.
When you take over the system.
Yeah, that's what I'm fucking talking about.
What happened?
Yeah, like Jerry, all jokes aside, right? AI, the speed that it's developing, right? Surgeons are using it. Do you understand? Loads of different professions are using it, bro. It's saving lives. It's like, and it's one of the best discoveries of our fucking generation. But what? Listen, if you can get hackers, how's Finn? It's like I said, Jerry. I don't know nothing about AI, so I can't really speak about it. I don't know much about it, but what I do know, and what if there could be a breach or fucking, you know, and that's a threat to national security. That, like, you understand, like, we're talking about putting nuclear missiles in the hand of an AI generated fucking, like I said, it's like it's scarier is because I tell you one thing, people going on about aliens for years. What if that's a, do you understand? It could shut everything down. Do you understand? Every pay point in the world. Think about that. Imagine if that happened, right? Where loads of people, everybody's money was just taken, yeah? And no cash machine worked. Like, you know what I mean? It caused, fuck, it'd be insane, you know. But like I said, AI technology, mate, is growing quicker than cancer. And I heard someone say that the other day on YouTube, and I don't like using that word, but that's what he said. You know, AI is a scary thing, mate, and it could turn against us one day. You know, I'm fucking telling you now, mate, the shit. Like, I hear, listen, I make a lot of videos on AI, right? Well, I don't make them, other people make them for me, you know, and it's like, do you understand? Certain pictures can get you into trouble. Hear what the Finn? Do I look handsome in a soldier's uniform? Hey, yeah, with me shit here on safety. You know what I mean? As soon as I step outside the battle zone, I'm like that, look, safety off. Finger on the trigger like that, look. You shut up, you, or I'll put one in you too. Sparky. Go on, fuck off. I'm giving you a pass today. Go on, do one. Nah, I love animals, bro. You know what I mean? Especially dogs. Well, Jerry, I be honest with you, I think there could be problems with it in the future. That's just what I think. You know what I mean? Who the fuck am I, bro? You know, I'm just a man with an arsehole and an opinion. You know, but I think long term, longevity, hey, oh yeah, it can benefit us. Like I said, I can build you a fucking building, bro, AI generated, and all you need to do is go out and buy the materials. Do you understand? You think about architects, yeah, that have gone to fucking uni for 4 to 5 years to study, you know, building engineering and shit like that. And now you can just do a search for it and boom, it'll put a building together for you. You know, blueprints, everything for free. No surveyor fucking fee, no contractor fee, no finder's fee, no fee. I'll build a building and get the materials. That's gonna cut your budget. Like I said, right, 35% would have gone on certain things. You know, surveyors, this, that, the other, da. And all you need to do is type in a certain thing to create a building, and Bob's your uncle. You know, I'm not a bricklayer. I'm not a plasterer. You know, I'm not even a carpenter. But what I was is a scaffolder. You put a wall up, and I'll put a tower up. I used to love that job. Yeah, I used to love that job, man. One of the best jobs I ever had. The government have used it. Forever. Dangerous. Well, bro, that's just my opinion. I think our safety could be compromised one day because of AI. You know, there's a flaw in every design, bro, and it's like, I don't trust it. Don't get me wrong, I'm a hypocrite. I use it, you know, uh, but I wouldn't put the planet on it. Do you understand? And I believe in 20 years, bro, the amount of shit that's going to be AI run, you know, a lot of people are going to lose jobs all because of AI, bro. You know, going to cause, like, I wouldn't say poverty, but if you work on a factory production line, bro, longevity. If I can get a machine for 15 grand that can do your job, cost efficient, cost productive, whatever, and I replace you with a fucking robot who doesn't take cigarette breaks, holidays, and even works on fucking Christmas for you, and won't even ask to go to the toilet, you know, or ring in sick. Do you understand? AI is going to take a lot of jobs away from a lot of family people. You know, not like normal fucking working people, you know, that work in factories. You know, like I remember working in a jam factory. I worked there for about 6, 7 weeks, right? For an agency. And it's like even a basic job like that, like on the production line, if there was any broken jars, I used to have to take them off and throw them in a big skip for glass, yeah? But now they have machines that can identify that breakage, and as it's going down the line, it'll drop in a slot, boom. So there's a job gone. That's one job, right? You think of all the production lines around the world, Jerry, yeah, that are being replaced by fucking AI. You know, you own the business, Jerry, yeah, and you've 20 people working for you, and you realise that AI can do 6 of their jobs, so you don't need them. And what you gonna do? You know, bro, you know, you're gonna say, here, sorry, but I need to let you go. You know. Yeah, AI, I'll tell you one thing, bro, it's scary. It's grown rapid, quicker than an apple tree, quicker than an orchard. You know, fuck the tree, bigger than an orchard. Exactly. Yeah, but Jerry, you think about all the people, right, that have worked on production lines and what have you. Like, if you look at all the factories in Ireland, right? Like, I'll give you an example, Jerry, right? You know, I remember years ago, yeah, I worked up in News International in Liverpool, right? Where they do the Sun and the News of the World, right? I worked on a loading bay. Big rolls of papers would come out, Jerry, out a slot. All I had to do, bro, was to stand them on a pallet. I'd put them all standing and then a bit of cardboard and I'd lay them flat down, right? Yeah. And then a bit of cardboard, stand them, right? And how you hiding? And when the pallet was done, a geezer would come over with a forklift, lift it up and bring it over. And a lad used to wrap the pallet, right? Now, what they did was they brought in 6 machines to wrap pallets. So basically, all you do was put your pallet on this thing, tie it at the corner, and it wraps it itself, right? So over the years, because technology is what it is, it's replacing people in factories. It's shutting down production lines. You know, people that have worked in factories for generations, where their family have got them a job. You know, this is what I'm saying, bro. AI is growing so quick, and people are losing their jobs even quicker. You know, it shouldn't do you. Finn, I'm being fucking trying to be serious here. Uh, yeah, so Mark's watching The Godfather in there. Uh, I'm 44 minutes into me live. I'm gonna do another 15 minutes and then I'm going in to watch a movie with Mark. On my way home with Thomas today, I was confronted by a gang, or a gaggle, is it? A geese. There was 15 of them clicked up, all looking at me like they were about to do something. I says, hang on a minute, son, let me put the brake on this pram a minute. I was like, yo, big man, wagwan, what's good? I was like, go on, fucking say something. I'll hit you and put you under the pram. I know what's for dinner. You cunt, if you don't move. Now move. Here, don't talk to me about monkeys, okay? I promised me daughter a monkey for her 14th birthday. Long story short, she ended up getting gerbils. My man's like, I went in with £500 thinking that'd cover it. My man started laughing at me. He's like, bro, here, you need another 7 grand with that. Why didn't you tell me that to start? I asked you, had you got a monkey for sale? He says, I have, but I'm not selling it. I was like, he's like, I have a few rabbits there and there's a few golf. She doesn't want a fucking rabbit, she wants a monkey. He's like, bro, listen to me, yeah? Monkeys are social animals. He needs a mate. I was like, you fucking what? He needs a mate. I was like, much is that gonna cost? I was way out of my fucking depth here, mate. Honestly, I couldn't believe it. It was like fucking. Well, that I had a monkey in my hand, and I was trying to get a real life monkey for a real life monkey. That's the truth, you know. But no monkey's here today for you. I was even getting mad thoughts in my head of breaking in it and grabbing the little fella and putting him in a bag so he didn't bite me. And hopefully I didn't suffocate my man when I got home. Because I'd be running so fast, my man's heart to be going mad. It's like, no, my luck, I get home and the little fella is dead. And I'm like, I'm sorry, Roger, I've killed you. I don't know what I'm going to do, man. I feel so guilty. I'm going out to get a bottle of whiskey or something, man. I can't live with this. You know, next of all, little bastard starts pointing me and shit, so I hit him. Are you okay? You know, get up. You know, yeah. Who calls the monkey Roger? You're going to be known as Gizmo now. And I know I can't feed you after midnight. Yeah, I'll get you wet. Yeah, a real life mogwai. Imagine having one of them. It'd be fucking deadly. It wouldn't be deadly if the cunt got wet. Fuck that, mate, no. I'm locking myself in the room, mate. You're not today. Now something. Of a golf club in me hand. Come through the fucking door, mate, and I am swinging. Fuck the four, mate. It's a one first before I get to the four. You know. First one comes through the door. Ping, ping. You know. Because if you... Can any of you hear that soundtrack? Grazie. Ciao, bella. Arrivederci. Mamma mia. Nah, it's been a good weekend, all jokes aside, man. You know, I had some dinner today, like, fucking with Lisa, and, you know, like, so, like I said, I think in the long run, this'll help, you know, 'cause it's like, there's pointless going home and then arguing in 2 weeks' time. Like, I want to see if it works this way and give her a break with Thomas every weekend, and then, yeah. But, like I said, that's the first time really since Thomas got out of hospital that she's never been there that night. So I had to FaceTime her last night when he was in bed. You know what I mean? And it's like I think that yeah, he was buzzing. He was, but nah, he slept. He slept fucking. Like after he woke up at 3 o'clock and got his bottle, I had everything to go, Finn, on the window. The bottle warmer, the two bottles warm, or the bottle warmer, there's two bottles, you know. So I was in bed for 10:30 last night with my son. Me lights knocked out, me phone put down, bro. Do you understand? And I was singing a fucked up version of Somewhere Over the Rainbow. And I'm not gonna lie, I had to add a few words. And honestly, I could hear me brother in the next room laughing his bollocks off. You know, I'm sure pears aren't in fucking, yeah, yeah, or scarecrows. There's no scarecrow in Somewhere Over the Rainbow, is there? Or pears or bananas. Or new, because I was like today, hang on a minute, bro. No, that's a different fucking song, bro. What are you singing? but it fucking worked. You know what I mean? His little hand grabbed me finger, you know, and I was like, you know, I could hear fireworks going off and I could hear people on the street fucking pissed and what have you. And I was like, I'm in the right place. You know, Saturday night in bed at 10:30 with me little man, you know. Well, bro, listen, I need to work on myself too, you know, and it's best this way, you know. Uh, but I think, Tom, like I said, Tom, he loves it here, you know. Uh, I had him in that little blue thing, Finn, and I was spinning him around, and he was just fucking laughing his head off, you know. It's like, yeah, he loved it, you know. He was laying flat like Superman. I was like, you ready? He's like that, like, so I'm ready. Spin it. And I had the flap open, and I could just see the expressions on his little face, you know what I mean? And as buzzing I was, you know, madness. Yeah, but like I said, I'm gonna fuck off now. I'm gonna watch a movie with Mark, and I might do a live for an hour later on bollocks. In all fairness, I'm not gonna lie. It's like because last night I didn't take two of my antipsychotics purposely. I wanted to make sure if my son woke up, I woke up too. So yeah, I didn't take them two last night. Now I'll take them tonight, obviously, but last night I kept saying to myself, "You need to wake up." So he was in a big double bed, Finn, and there was like 6 pillows. So I blocked them in like halfway, you know, around me, like a little fortress, and I had my arm around him. So if he moved, that pillow would move and land on me, and I'd know he's moving. So yeah, he woke up at 3 o'clock and then went back asleep till 8 this morning. So I was fucking delighted with that, you know what I mean? Because I had him out most of the day. You know, I was walking here, there, everywhere, the park, fucking, you know, I was like, you know, like this is, you know, and the air knocked him out by 8:30, 8:45. He was like flaked out. So I was like, I don't want to disturb him, you know, because if I take him out of his pram now and bring him up, he's gonna wake up. So I said I'll wait for a little bit. So I'll watch something for about 40 minutes. And I said, fuck it, I'm knocking everything off. So I just brought his bottle warmer up, his 2 bottles, his nappies, you know. Uh, so, cause I'd need them in the middle of the night, you know what I mean? Just stick the lamp on, not the main light. But yeah, we got through it and it was great, you know, and I'm looking forward to the next one. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna end this live, guys. Right, I've done 55 minutes. I'll do a live later on. Uh, I just want to get something to eat. Mark's made. Finn, I want to show you what Mark's made, right? Before I go, right? Yeah. Before I go. Shut up, Mr. Magpie. I'm coming in, bro. But Mark, right? So, I don't know what it's called, but it fucking looks banging. I can see the steam coming off from here. Let's see what he's made. Oh shit. All that chicken. Is it hot, Mark?
No, I need to put it on a plate and pick it up.
No, I don't mean. I mean
Oh, right,
when you eat. No, I meant hot as if when you eat it. What would you call that, Mark? A masala? A what?
Butter chicken.
Butter chicken.
Yeah.
Okay. Butter chicken. In fact, yeah, I'm gonna have some on the bowl. Oh, look at that. Go on, you bows here. Oh, shit, that looks lovely. I'm not gonna have a big portion. Butter chicken there is. So we're gonna have a bit of butter chicken right. I've done me hour, so I'm gonna watch a bit of a movie with my brother. Charge me phone up. I'm not lying, I'm absolutely bollocks. Like, I know I'm not in my fucking 40s and my 30s anymore, like, but my back's a bit fucked, you know what I mean? Cause like I said, lifting ties. But he was great, wasn't he, Mark? Wasn't he good last night? Right, guys, I'm going. I'll see you later, maybe for an hour. I'm just gonna have some food and charge my phone, okay? We out. I'll talk to you later.